Hello everyone, this is Dani Hanoun, and today I'm going to talk to you about things that you could do to lower your chance of potentially getting in contact with the coronavirus and preventing an infection in the situation that you have to leave your home. So what are some good things that you can take with you that will help you lower your chance of contracting or possibly bringing the virus home? Number one, hand sanitizer. Keep a small bottle in your car. Use it frequently. Gloves. Definitely, gloves will help. Probably the best thing that gloves can do is to make sure that after you touch a very contaminated source, like a common door handle or let's say a gas pump, it's good to take off your glove and change it because you have to assume that it's contaminated once you touch a common surface. A mask is something that I would recommend using if you expect to be in close enough contact with somebody and you're worried about anything getting close to your nose or your face. One other really good idea is to consider using one designated shopper, meaning one designated person that will leave the house only when needed to go and do the shopping. This way, you lower the chance of anybody contracting it if it's the same person going out each time something is needed. So let's talk about the most common surfaces that I think probably harbor the most contamination and therefore are likely the biggest source for getting in contact with the virus. ATM machines, cash flow, credit cards, door handles, gasoline pump handles, and probably the biggest one is probably your cell phone. So these are surfaces that I highly recommend that if you're going to use it, try as much as possible to decontaminate the surface if you can using wipes. If it's cash, then I recommend using hand sanitizer after you or washing your hands for 20 seconds with soap after you've handled any type of cash or any of these surfaces. Probably the most important part of any outing during this pandemic is what you should do after you get home. Number one, I highly recommend that you wipe everything down. And this is anything that you could have touched while you were out. So this includes your phone, your credit cards, your keys, and honestly, grocery supplies. Because if you think about it, people that are shopping at the market, they're going to touch supplies as they're going around shopping, just like you do. So you have to assume that anything that you're bringing home could potentially have something on it. I recommend that before you enter the house, have a common designated area where you can leave your shoes and leave all of these things that you're going to bring home with you. Try to leave them in an area away from where you enter your home to limit the chance that you're bringing something into your home. I personally recommend that as soon as you get home, any clothes that you were wearing out in public, I would recommend taking it off and putting it right away in the washer. And I highly recommend taking a shower after getting home. This way, you make sure that you reduce your chance of, again, if you're going to be in contact with any of your loved ones, potentially transferring something to them. And finally, people often ask, well, how long can this virus survive? Well, this is a very tricky virus. It has actually been shown that it can last anywhere up to 3 hours as an airborne droplet, which means if somebody has coughed or sneezed, it can be in the environment for up to 3 hours. It can last for up to 72 hours on hard, shiny surfaces. So things like glass, counter, and metal countertops. It can last for up to 72 hours. Cardboard and paper, any type of porous surface, it can last up to 24 hours.